increase its shelf life, improve its nutritional value, and make it more convenient and accessible to the consumer. By processing raw agriculture products such as fruits, vegetables, cereals, dairy products, food can be transformed into value added products such as ready to eat meal, canned food, and frozen products. Right. The processing industry has significant impact on Indian economy, contributing to around 9% of country's GDP and providing employment to millions of people. Additionally, food processing has potential to generate income for small scale farmers and provide access to a large market. Well, this session has a great experience for you guys. It's going to be great. We have speakers, Mr. Vikas Dange, Chairman of SV Group. We have speaker Dr. Mahesh Kulkarni, Assistant Professor, College of Horticulture, KKV Dhapoli. Mr. Samir Praveen Kumar, Joint Secretary, Department of Agriculture, Government of India. Mr. C.S. Louis, Director, Pacific Agri Singapore, and Mr. Stephen, Chairman of Genius India. On this note, we have today's first session. I request Bhupesh to take over for the further.
Thank you so much, Love, for introducing and welcoming all our speakers. For our session today, the theme is innovative foods. It will not be an understatement to say that India is becoming the world's food basket. Needless to say, this presents an extremely lucrative opportunity to turn the country into a potential hub for food processing to meet domestic as well as global demand. And stakeholders in the space are already realizing the potential for growth and that this represents. The ever-increasing demand for processed food products in domestic and the international markets, as well as supportive government policies, are providing the impetus for the sector to become an even more important component of India's GDP and economic growth. But how can this industry be innovated with inputs and values? Let's find out. With this note, I would welcome Mr. Vikas Dange, Chairman and SV Groups. He's also serving as the Director of Vashvik Foods. Sir has a great travel experience throughout the world, exploring and learning new tech-driven things. Sir is the Director of 9 vertical companies related to food and agribusiness. Already, Sir has briefed you on AI in food processing. But today, let us hear from Vikas sir on innovative practices in food processing. Over to you, sir.
Good morning to all of you. Thank you, AG Matrix, for taking such a wonderful initiative to bring our community, our people to the world exposure, I will say. So, good morning to all of you. I'm making some corrections in my name. My name is Vikas Dangat. Please note Dangat, not Dange. So, with this, I'm taking over. As rightly said, that the food processing is the main source of Indian GDP. That is 9% GDP is being contributed by food processing. Food processing is a very good segment to understand, as I have always briefing that there is a huge potential that India can become the food basket for the rest of the world. Because of our geography, because of our defined weather conditions, we can have 3 different crops, and we have a lot of agriculture development happened with second green revolution. The first green revolution was happened during the time of the great Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri, who gave the Nara of Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. And then onwards, Swargiya Anna Sahib Shinde, who was 17 years agriculture minister for country. Along with him, Dr. Swaminathan took a lot of efforts to bring the green revolution in our country. So a lot of irrigation, a lot of dams were happened, and barren land being converted into the cultivation, and then the country was 40 years before was dependent on outside country, outside part, outside world to bring the grains and vegetables and many food items in our country. Like 1970, 1972, we were used to import a lot of maize and other grains to feed our population, increase population in our country. But then with this green revolution, Dr. Swaminathan, Dr. Lal Bahadur Shastri, then Sri Anna Sahib Shinde, who took a lot of efforts and brought the country to self-sustain into agriculture. But then 1980 onwards, 1980, 83 onwards, our surplus started increasing. Whatever produce we were producing was some of the grains and some of the vegetables and some of the fruits were surplus to our country, and it hamper our economy. So 30%, 30 to 35% waste is happening since 1980, 82. Whatever demand is there and whatever production is happening in our fields, there is a big gap. And that is why the sustainability is the biggest issue in our country into agriculture. As you know, a lot of farmers are making suicide because they don't even able to match their production cost. They take the loans from banks and private financiers, and they are unable to repay, and that is the problem. A lot of stress is happening. There are many reasons for this, but then uh, it can be overcome. There is the only way. Whatever productions is happening in our fields, we have to convert into processed food. As you know, in East Asia, the countries like Thailand, Malaysia, whatever productions is happening in their fields, they are converting almost 80 to 85% of the fresh fruits, vegetables, and grains into processed foods, whereas we are still at 5%. So there is a big gap. As everyone says that India can become the food basket of the world, but that is only possible by increasing the food processing units in our country. So that is one of the reasons that government of India is also giving a lot of incentive, and it is the main segment for them, priority segment, where a lot of subsidies and incentives are being honored. In government of Maharashtra is also associated with some of the few projects, like Smart is one of the project to promote this farmers group to have a primary processing at least on the fields, and then they can supply to the big larger industrial units. Magnet is another project where Asian Development Bank along with the nodal agency of government of Maharashtra are giving a lot of subsidies and incentives to these again farmer groups to promote this primary processing. So there is a lot of initiative is happening, but the major problem in our food processing is that in at least in vegetable processing, we are unable to source the right vegetables at right time. So the cultivation has to happen on a corporate level, on organized way. As you know, country is largely populated with the different varieties of, as you know, the 70% economy of our country is depend on the agriculture, and that is one of the reason that we have a lot of different varieties in different states of each and every vegetables, grains, and fruits. A lot of hybrids are being developed in our country, but that is the major problem, rather, that is the hurdle to uh, do the processing, because as you know, the final quality of the final production of the rather final product has to be uniform in the taste, uniform in the color, uniform with the nutritional values, aroma, and other content. But then, since we don't do the organized cultivation of these vegetables, we are facing a lot of problems at an international level. If we want to export certain varieties of some vegetables to the world, we are finding difficult to source them. So one of the hurdle is that we are not organized, and there lot of scope is there. As if you ask me the list of products, India is rich in lot of grains, lot of vegetables and fruits. You will be surprised that we are largest producers of many grains like wheat and rice. We are the largest producers of chilies. We are the largest producer of bananas. But unfortunately, this is sad. We are unable to process any processed products and into exports. If you just compare to the countries like Philippines, Costa Rica, or Ecuador, they are very small countries, not even size of Maharashtra, but they are number one into processed foods. So there is a huge list. There are thousand items can be produced. A lot of varieties are there in our country, and a lot of items can be produced for the world and also for the 150 crore population in our own country. So there is a huge potential. There are different processes. I will brief what are the products can be manufactured, what are the processes are involved into it, and then what are the certifications are required if someone wants to export, and what kind of infrastructure is required, what kind of machines are available in our country, what can be imported from where. So it is a brief discussion today. If anyone are having questions, please ask at the end of this session. So if you consider the grains itself, it is right from the primary processing, there is a huge potential. If someone can start primary processing, if you can collect the grains from the farmers and do the primary processing like destoning, gravity separation, and removing the impurities from the grains, and then it can be packed uh, with the bulk packaging or retail packaging also. As you know, our modern trade market in our country has been increasing a lot now. Like DMart and Reliance and Tatas are with their stores. So those all grains properly sorted, graded, destoned, color sorted with optical color sorter or digital color sorter, through passed from the metal detection, properly packed, labeled best before, fumigated. So such kind of processes are involved for every grain. If you see these all, now the country government of India declare this year as a millet of the year. So there is a huge potential for millets like bajra, then jowar and ragi, and then foxtail, little millets, brown millets, huge potential for sorting, grading, because these grains are very small in size. It is very difficult for to sort the stones and impurities from these grains. So it has to be with the properly manufactured machines for the grading, sorting, and color sorting also can be done on fully automatic machines. So there are many companies like Buhler and Accureg and many more companies who are involved. Rico, they are involved into this sorting, grading, destoning, and there are multinational companies like Tombra who are providing solutions for digital sorting as well, uh, color sorting or optical sorting. There are many Indian companies are also been developed these machines to sort the grains for these all impurities. There are many packaging machine manufacturer in our country. In Pune itself, there are 50 packaging machine manufacturers. In Mumbai, there are 50 packaging machine manufacturers. And in the country, there are 1,000 packaging machine manufacturers. So there are different packaging machines can be utilized for packaging of these sorted grains for a retail pack. Maybe the vertical form fill seal packaging, then auger filling, then the horizontal form fill seal packaging, then preform packets are also being used, and the sealing machines can be used to seal the packets. As you know, the out of with these grains, there are a lot of products, value added products can be manufactured like idli, dokla mix, premixes. Apart from the premixes for breakfast, so there are other items also like oats, then cornflakes, can be manufactured from flaking machines and can be packed retail with the similar kind of packaging. Of course, the demand is increasing. At the same time, quality norms are also getting changed. As everyone knows that we have a FSI department and food safety standards are becoming more stringent and stringent. So it will be my suggestion that we have to be dependent on automatic machines rather than the human being, because human can make the errors, but machine cannot. So there are a lot of machines are available even for grain processing. A lot of multinationals are also having their manufacturing units in our country, and semi-automatic machines are available in our country in different region, different parts of the country. So it will be depend on your size, capacity, investment capacity, and the market which where you want to launch the product. If you want to launch the product in European market, so you have to have these modern machines in place, so there will not be any kind of error. Metal detector manufacturers are also available in our country. Then check where manufacturers are also available indigenously here. So apart from the breakfast cereals, apart from the uh, breakfast powders, there are other products can be also manufactured from the grains like smoothies, then some malts which are going to be very healthy. Apart from the malt, smoothies, and breakfast cereals, with the grains, there are people are manufacturing puffs, cookies, biscuits. So huge range. If you consider few grains, with the grains, there are 500 products can be manufactured, like ready to eat chapati, then ready to eat naans, ready to eat parathas. Those also can be manufactured and can be marketed with the local stores and can be supplied to the uh, big hotels, big restaurants, central kitchens. That is one of the businesses. But please note, if anyone wants to enter into this business, my request will be they have to bring the world class hygiene levels in place. Then and then the market will be there, and then your product will be uh, a top class. So no one can able to compete with your products. So apart from millets, there is a lot of potential for vegetable products. So the vegetable products can be also uh, with the primary processing can be sold directly, sell into the market as fresh as harvested with some sorting and grading. Similar way, what how the grains are being pre-cleaned. The similar way, the vegetables are also possible to do the pre-cleaning, sorting, grading, pre-cooling at collection center or at farm itself. So there are different leafy vegetables, root vegetables, pod vegetables. So the requirement of all uh, the different products and different vegetables are totally different. If you consider the root vegetable, if you want to sell in the market directly after harvesting, then in that case you should have a unit, small unit where you can wash the vegetables thoroughly, or fully automatic machines are also available in the market. You can have a wash with fresh water, ozone water, oxygen generated water, ozone generated water. So there are different ways to clean. Again, it depends on where you want to place the your product. If you want to export the fresh vegetables, then you have to follow the international norms. In the international norms, European Union have their own standards. There is a standard called EU 2006, latest updated February 2023, which stands for different varieties of pesticides, insecticides, heavy metal, aflatoxin, then listeria, and many more different parameters you need to follow. So these are different standards. The European Union asking if you want to export these fresh vegetables to their part of the world, you have to follow these norms. Then your business starts right from the providing biological input, selection of the seeds, helping farmers to have an integrated pest management at farm level, then monitor for the minimum residual level at farm, and then avoid the aflatoxin during handling. After post harvesting, you have to really take care of the different vegetables. uh, like few of the vegetables are very sensitive for temperature and humidity. As you know, okra is very sensitive for temperature. If the vegetables are been harvested and if it had been kept at roadside or at the corner of the road or maybe at the corner of the farm, and if it is exposed to the sun, as you know, we are with having tropical weather, the room temperature is of around 30 to 45 degree uh, in our regions. So after post harvesting, transpiration and respiration is happening. These vegetables are having a lot of field heat. Those vegetables carry a lot of heat inside after harvesting, and that heat is trying to coming out of the vegetables. So surface is getting damaged because of transpiration and respiration. So we have to provide heat by maintaining the lowest temperature with highest humidity. One way is to have pre-cooling unit. For the root vegetables, you should have hydro-cooling unit where you can extend the shelf life of your fresh produce. So there are different technologies available for extension of your fresh produce. This is related only with harvesting and then pre-cooling, primary processing like cleaning, sorting, grading, de-leafing or de-stemming, and then doing pre-cooling. And then you can have a cold chain. With the cold chain, you can supply these vegetables to malls, hospitals, or center kitchens. Also, you can sell to the retailers also. But the very sad part of our country, as you know, I'm really disturbed with these kind of things. Since I'm traveling across the world, India, I have seen only in India, the vegetables are being sold on roadside. Exactly. Sometimes it is very sad to say, but it is being placed at a very shabby place for selling the vegetables. And shoes are being placed, chappals are being sold in our country into the AC showrooms. This is a sad part of it. Where, as you know, if we are wearing the shoes into our foot, those are being kept into the AC showrooms, and the produce which we eat and going in our stomach, in our body, which is very important element to maintain your health, where it is been kept at a roadside or very shabby place. This is a very sad part of it. Most of the people must have observed these vegetables are being harvested and transported through the trucks and tempos to Mumbai to the market. And very again, it is very disappointing. The people who sits over the vegetables with the slippers and chappals, and the same vegetables we are consuming. This is a really sad part of it. There, I think there is a big room we must change. Whoever is listening to this particular session, be at least you should start such kind of good practices at least after post harvest. Farmers are making a lot of efforts to bring the vegetables on the table. As you know, they have to take a lot of efforts for right from the farm preparation, then selection of the seeds. He is taking a lot of money from the borrow banks and lenders, and then he's making a lot of efforts for right from farm preparation, sowing, then doing fertilizing, then again spending a lot of money and time and making efforts to harvest it. But then post harvesting practices are really worst. There, I think we are zero. Rest with the rest of the world is way ahead. They have these all good practices. Even I'm sorry to say, but the China is way ahead than our country in post harvesting, and that is one of the reason the lot of Chinese products are being seen in even in the European world. In spite their product produce is GMO produce, our products are hybrids, or some of the products are ancient seeds we are using. But the Chinese are with the GMO varieties, and it is very uh, bad products for the human health, because there is a lot of adverse impact of the GMO varieties on human health and global warming. But it is unfortunate, and that we are unable to, even the our few of the varieties carrying a lot of nutritional values, aroma, natural color. But it is unfortunate, as you compare the garlic, Indian garlic is much more pungent and healthy than any Chinese garlic. It is the same case with other vegetables like onion and potato and many more. Our products are much more rather healthy, nutritious, carrying a lot of aroma. But it is unfortunate that we people are unable to do the proper handling after post harvesting. So our post harvesting is very bad compared to the rest of the world. We are still leafy vegetables are being packed in a gunny bag. As you know, the leafy vegetables, the water activity is very high, the transpiration is happening very high, the shelf life is hardly a day or two. In spite that, we don't care about after post harvesting. So it is my request to all of you, at least we should think over it, and we should start practicing good manufacturing practices, good post harvesting practices in place. So these, I was about to tell these the root vegetables. So root vegetables, it can be sold into the markets, retail markets, hotels, restaurants after pre-cooling and all, and then export also. But then there are a lot of potential for the value-added products. So most of the root vegetables, we don't do any value addition. There is a huge potential for dehydrated root vegetables in the world. You will be surprised. The sweet potato is been largely used in pet foods. Apart from the human food, the pet food is becoming very popular in the world, whereas the pet food products cost is 3 times than the human product cost. This is very shocking, but this is the truth and the fact. Where in Germany itself, whatever population they have in the Germany, 50% equivalent to 50% population, they have their pet. At least 90% of the pet is dog. So dog food is becoming very popular, and these vegetables, since the plant-based food is becoming very popular in the world, similar way for the human consumption, similar way the plant-based pet food is becoming very popular in the world. So root vegetables are mainly being used to manufacture starch powders. As you know, the potato and the sweet potato can be used for this extraction of starch. And powders are being used nowadays for making the product gluten free, because gluten tolerance is again is a very big problem for the human health in the world, and that is one of the major reason for increasing the diabetes percentage in the world in the human. To avoid that, people have started finding different ways and means to reduce the gluten percentage. So the root vegetable powders are being used to reduce the wheat consumption and the maida consumption, white flour as well in the world. So in baking items like cake and biscuits and breads, these powders are used. So at least 20-30% powders are being used. So 30% gluten reduction is happening with such kind of products. The root vegetables, which people have started using even the juices also, because which they are carrying a lot of nutritional values like dietary fiber and then antioxidant content. These and these are all short crop cycles, so farmers can gain a lot. This crop cycle is hardly 60 to 90 days. and they are self-sustained products. So there is no pest attack of such root vegetables is happening. So production cost farmer can limit, and he can earn more also, and even producer also can get the consistency in the supply, since being there is no pest attack, and even though there is a weather conditions are adverse, the root vegetables are very strong and they can sustain more time. Like beetroot. Beetroot is highly demanded in the world for its color as well as highly antioxidant properties. Color extraction is a big business. So beet is being used for its purple color. So it is a very natural color which is being used as a food grade and pharmaceutical, and even the people have started using into textiles. So these are different products can be manufactured from the root vegetables. There is a big list in front of me. There are 200 products I can describe, but then again there is a limitation of time. 45 minutes are being uh, there. So I have to finish within 45 minutes. But then processing of these, there are different dehydration methods are being used as like sun drying, then solar drying, then hybrid sun and solar combination, hot air drying, thermic fluid heat drying, tray drying, which is being heated electrically. Then there is a heat pump dryer. Then there is a new invention is happening where we are also involved into that invention. Continuous microwave drying. Then there is a value-added products can be dry with vacuum freeze drying. So these are the different drying methods. The selection of the drying machines and methods and systems are also depends on what kind of product you want at the end of the day. Whether you want to have a product with pharmaceutical, whether you want to retain 100% nutraceutical values as it is, color and aroma as it is. So the selection of the process machines is totally depend on what you want at the end of the day. This is the story about the root vegetables. Then there are a lot of leafy vegetables. As I told you, with the leafy vegetables, now people have started cultivating different herbs also: thyme, coriander, rosemary, kale, and different herbs also. With the herbs, people are doing a lot of products like powders, and dehydrated vegetables are becoming also very popular in the world. Like dill is one of the vegetable which is highly in demand in Europe. Dill means shepu in Marathi. We used daily in our vegetables, which is really highly nutritious. Whoever are facing the problem of gut flora and gut environment, whose gut system is not in order, they should consume these vegetables like okra, and which are prebiotic and probiotic and carrying a lot of uh, dietary fiber. So in the world, these vegetables are becoming very popular. This particular vegetable is Egyptian origin and becoming very popular throughout the world, and a lot of product can be manufactured out of these leafy vegetables. Same leafy vegetables, as you know, as I told you, post harvesting is very worst. We are just simply harvesting the leafy vegetables and packing into the gunny bags and handling, as you know, we don't care actually. Actually, they have alive like us. They carrying a lot of species in the vegetables. After post harvesting, also there are a lot of bacteria alive, and we are trying to kill them. So one way we are against nature, and that is one of the reasons, maybe the minute reason into the global warming, that we don't care after post harvesting of these bacteria and species which are alive and which are essential bacteria for your uh, health. Actually, your digestive system is depends on your live bacteria. If you consume them, those are being as a effective bacteria for your digestion and gut, to maintain your gut. So this is all about dehydrated vegetables, and from the leafy vegetables, then most of the products are now very popular for the smoothies, ready to drink smoothies, ready to eat smoothies, or they are in powder form, added with fortification. High protein powders can be added into it with spinach. Spinach is itself is highly nutritious. So uh, these are the different products and the vegetables. These are the different products can be manufactured from the different leafy vegetables. Similar with pod vegetables, there are different pod vegetables like okra. Is also becoming very popular for because of its nutritional values. So okra can be packed canned, it can be sterilized, it can be packed in glass jar, it can be sterilized or pasteurized, or okra can be freezed. So there are different methods of freezing of these vegetables. Even leafy vegetables also can be freezed with flow freezer or blast freezer or IQF. There are different methods and processes are involved. Again, what you want at the end of the day, you need to have a Maruti 800 or Mercedes with you. So there are different processes with different processes. The final quality of your product will be also with the different parameters and different specifications. So it depends on the market. You have to choose your process. Like IQF is costly process, then blast is the very simple and the cost-effective process to freeze your vegetables, leafy vegetables as well as root vegetables. Now, for example, garlic. Garlic cubes are becoming very popular in the world. People are preparing the peeled garlic paste, and then the paste is being freeze with IQF or spiral freezer. So that 10 gram of square, like as you know, we get the cheese of Britannia or Amul. The similar way, the like a cheese pack, we get these garlic or onion or chili cubes frozen. So any woman in the kitchen or in any central kitchen, these cubes can be used directly. So people have now habit to buy these frozen vegetable paste in a cube form. So these are becoming very popular. For that, you should have this garlic peeling machine, which we are selling from our company. One of my company is into vegetable processing also. If someone wants the solutions we can provide, there are many manufacturers like us, but we are one of them. Then uh, after garlic peeling, you can prepare the paste and that paste can be freezed. These products can be without preservative and without any chemical and can have a shelf life for 2 years. So IQF, blast freezer, flow freezer, and the spiral freezers can be used for these kind of different processes. Then the mango, fruits, chiku, pineapple, banana, strawberry, fig. As I told you, we are number one in production in the world of banana production. G9 variety is becoming very popular, but I'm sorry to say again, we don't have a single percent processing of the total production. We just prepare some chips from banana, that too from South India. Those varieties are Canadian varieties or different varieties. But then with G9 variety, which is most popular in our state and it's been cultivated in area like Solapur, Akluz, Mauritius, Jalgaon, and that part of the world, very high production. But then we just cultivate it, we harvest it, we ripe it, and then after ripening, we just send it to the market. Again, as I told you, the country like Philippines, country like Costa Rica, they are very small islands. Ecuador, they are very small islands, but compared to India, they are way ahead into these practices. Their post harvesting practices for banana processing is excellent. They have a 7-tank process, fully automatic lines, whereas we are just dipping in 1 tank of banana pods And I'm sorry to say, we don't even bother to check the pH values or bacterial growth of that water, and we don't even change. And we simply dip it and pack it and send it to the market. And I'm sorry, but this is what is happening. There is a big room for banana itself. Country like, there are many countries who are importing 1,000 containers from this Ecuador and from Costa Rica, where the transportation time is same like India, and they are giving the shelf life till 35 to 40 days of their banana. Why we cannot? We can surely, but our harvesting process is again worst. Post processing is again worst. Again, apart from fresh selling, there is a value addition we can do. The banana powder is becoming very popular, gluten free, to add into cakes, cake powder, cake mixes, and many more. Similar way, the mango. We just process mango for pulp. That's all. Only mango pulp is popular in our country. There are 200 units who are making the mango. Similar way, onion dehydration. Gujarat itself is having 150 plants to dehydrate the onion and garlic. But then apart from, nobody have thought to manufacture onion oil. Our state is the largest state in the country and largest country in the world who is producing large quantity of onion, but we don't process that into oil. That onion oil itself is very healthy. So manufacturing the oil again is a different process. We can manufacture the oil with steam distillation, supercritical extraction, CO2 supercritical extraction, and many more different solvents. We can extract different oils and ingredients which are required mainly into food and uh, pharmaceuticals, which are really carrying a lot of high nutritious values. So there are hundreds and thousands processes are involved. New preservation, new innovations are happening. New preservative methods are coming to preserve your food, preserve your pulp, preserve your juices without any thermal treatment, without any adding any preservatives and chemicals. Like HPP is one of them. So high pressure processing, where 70,000 lbs water is being pressurized and been sprayed over the flexible packaging, where your produce can have your product juice without adding any preservative chemical, without doing any thermal treatment. You can extend the shelf life till 60 days. So these are possible. uh, Technologies are available in the market. Emerging technologies are coming up. Electric pulse heating is another technology which is becoming very popular in the Western world. Infrared heating is another processing where it is becoming very popular, because in these all processes, uh, keeping an eye on nutritional values, retention of color, aroma is very important. Without adding any preservative, it is also very important. So there are many emerging technologies where we are aware and we are trying to provide to the society as at a moderate cost or moderate price, or sometimes we can give the free consultancy also. One of our vertical is into project management. So we give end-to-end solutions for process, project, and product. Our four verticals are into engineering. So we provide engineering solutions, customized solutions also, and automation solutions also. One of our vertical is into hygiene solutions, which is mandatory and important to have a personal hygiene in place. As you know, we Indians are very poor on personal hygiene. So we have built these machines to have the standard protocol of forced hygiene. Those machines are being placed at every entry point, where you have to follow the protocol of hand washing, drying, disinfection. Then only doors will get open. So these practices are most important uh, in our Indian food processing industry to increase our export and to contribute our Indian economy by increasing our GDP. So there are many products. There are upcoming different products. Uh, there are very high-end products can be manufactured from these grains, vegetables, fruits, and also now National Medical Plantation Board is very active in our country. As you know, the Pune botany department is taking a lot of initiative to cultivate these medicinary plant into barren lands and hilly sites. So Dr. Mokat is one of the person who is heading botany and regional National Medical Plantation Board department in Pune University is taking a lot of initiative by providing free plants to farmers, and he is motivating farmers to cultivate these medicinary plants because that is one area will have a larger potential. There also we are competing with China, and China is way ahead. Like we have ancient these medicinary plants, herbs in our country, but we don't process them. Rather, we don't have a proper equipment, hygiene equipment to maintain the hygiene level, to maintain the originality, original nutritional content of these medicinary or herbs, like as you know, ashwagandha, the saped musali. So we don't have a proper machines for that. Our engineering department and research department did some inventions onto that, but then that is one of the area where we can have a larger market share in the world, and we can definitely help to uh, uh, our farmers to bring the sustainability. Until and unless we don't increase our production units, production facilities to convert our fresh produce into processed food, until and unless we don't do that, our farmers will not able to sustain. We will not able to have a sustainability into agriculture. If we want to bring that sustainability into agriculture, and if we want to increase our GDP, we only have a choice to promote food processing at a larger way. I made a statement on this Indian government's budget, where, as you know, inland cost, transportation cost of the trucks and tempos are very high. So I propose rather government that they should subsidize the transportation system which is being used only for the agriculture or food processing. Then we can really bring down our cost with sustainable amount, and we can be competitive in the rest of the world to compete to the world, and we can directly or indirectly can help to bring the sustainability into agriculture by increasing the productivity production units into processed food, and then only we can really help to increase the GDP. But one more thing is very important. If someone wants to enter into this export business, there is rules. There are rules and regulations and certifications which we need to follow. One of the important is for maintaining the EU 2006. We have to follow the pesticide insecticide norms with the global gap certifications. And then for the food processing units, we have to have 100% traceability. We have to have BRC, British Retail Consortium. And then we should have IFS certification. We should have US FDA certification, US FDA certified. For that, there is a lot of room to have education to our students for best food safety to be in place. So it will be my request to all of you. If anyone will be having any questions, please feel free to ask. I will try to satisfy your answers, questions by my answers. And if not, then we can meet whenever will be convenient for everyone. Thank you, AG Matrix, for taking such a wonderful initiative to literate our people by giving the insight of food processing, the importance of food processing, hygiene, certifications, products, and the expectations of international market. Thank you very much for inviting me for such a wonderful Sunday morning.
Hello.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for this insight.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your insightful session. Thank you, sir.
Right, sir. So actually, the session was really insightful and interactive. So moving ahead, sir, we have a few questions in the chat box. If you could please answer those. Our first question is, sir, can you please elaborate on garlic cubes commercial production?
Yeah, garlic cubes is becoming very popular in Western world's kitchen. As you know, they don't find time and they don't have a storage space also appropriate to store the raw garlic and raw onion. Raw onion and raw garlic is again prone for the diseases. So if it is been exposed to the moisture, the fungal growth is happening very fast. So they started preferring these garlic cubes very often now. The process is simple. You have to do the garlic peeling with the machine. If you try to do by hand, then it will contaminate a lot, and then fungal growth will happen very fast. So shelf life will be the issue. So it has to peel on machine, and then you have to do the paste, and then paste has to sterile, and then it has to filled into the molds, and then those molds can be fed to the spiral freezer for freezing, and then you can pack it as per your packaging material, and then it can be a secondary packaging, and then it can be sent with minus temperature to anywhere in the world, and which can have a 2 year shelf life. So woman who is into working into the kitchen, she can only simply she can remove one cube as per her requirement, or two cubes as per her volume requirement, and then she can prepare her food easily without spending much of a time on peeling of the garlic by nail, and have a shabby and all pungency, and then all leftover for throwing it out again is a problem. So this is a very simple process which is becoming very popular.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, Vinay, you can ask a question.
हेलो सर.
Yes.
सर आपने अभी मशीन फिलिंग का बोला था सर. हाउ मच इट कॉस्ट फॉर वन मशीन?
There are different models and different specifications. I think we can talk on that in a different session, or you can come to our office, or you can meet our any marketing guy, or I can get connected with you. You can share your contact details with the AG Matrix team, so they can help me to get you connected.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So we have another question in the chat box. It's from Bhushan Singh. The question is, what is the estimated cost of setting up a small ginger garlic onion paste setup?
Again, it depends on the volume. Small means what size. So capacity matters. If it is a 100 kg batch, it can be within the range of 15 to 20 lakhs max.
Right. And so what is TAM of this product?
Sorry?
So what is the TAM of this product? I guess total admissible market.
I don't have an idea. It is a very large volumes. It is a very large volume. I don't have figures in front of me right now. I have 1,000 antas in my basket in front of me. How it is possible to remember those numbers? It is very difficult.
Right. So another question, what are the key destinations for exports of poultry products?
Poultry.
Yes, sir.
Poultry, it is very difficult to compete with Brazil as of now. If you go to even Dubai, UAE, you will find all the poultry from Brazil. It is very difficult for us to compete their prices. In spite, we have a Venkis. I know some of the poultries in India because we supplied some few equipments to poultry, also slaughter lines. Unfortunately, our poultry prices are not competitive in the world international market. That's as far as my knowledge is concerned.
Right.
But then Middle East is having huge in demand for fresh poultry, frozen poultry, and the value-added snacks made with the poultry. Actually, like there is a forming line, coating line, frying line, and then freezing. These all nuggets, chicken nuggets, can be manufactured and can be sold into the UAE market, which is high in demand. In snacks items, it is a number one atom in UAE, as far as my knowledge is concerned. I had been to many part of the world, so I know very, very well. The demand is UAE demand is very high. There is a floating population. A lot of visitors are visiting every day. So outside visitors prefer to have these kind of snacks. So value-added snacks is well in demand in the poultry. Goat meat is also becoming very popular. So our foundation is working on milking goat also. By the way, I'm one of the member of Anna Sahib Shinde Foundation, where we are working on this milking goat project.
Hi,
Sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Vani, please ask.
Sir, kindly share important points about post-harvest floriculture.
Post-harvest floriculture, again, pre-cooling and then value addition of dried flowers is a high in demand in the world always. But then fresh flowers are been well in demand in Europe, as the 14th of February happened with the Valentine Day. So it was been well in demand. The Indian roses were well in demand because of its aroma. And then post-harvest flowers, again, pre-cooling is very important for that. As you know, the humidity and then handling, because these are very critical, sensitive crops. And value addition is huge, as marigold extraction is huge in demand. It's carrying a lot of highly nutritious values, even for color and for pharmaceutical, for its antioxidant and other nutritional content.
Yeah, thank you, sir. One more clarification about medicinal crops, value-added products in medicinal crops.
Yeah, it can be, see, for medicinary plants, the roots, bark, leaves, stems, fruits, flowers can be used in a different format, as harvested as it is, or harvested, then dried, and then powdered, or there are extractions, oil extraction processes, different oil extractions. Like there are different, as I told you, steam distillation is one of them. Then supercritical extraction is another one with solvent base. So there are different methods where you can have your nutritional content extraction from different flowers. Rather, flowers are one of the highly nutritious product is been well neglected in our country. Like Sadapuli in Marathi, which is carrying a lot of nutritional values. So it has been used in pigmentation, then pharmaceutical, then food as well. So it
Sir,
has been focused.
sir, my question is particularly about the marketing possibilities.
Marketing, again, I am telling you, for international marketing, we have to compete countries like China, where our processing units are not being well set to that standard. That is the biggest problem. Because of our quality parameters, our products are not able to match the final expectations of the customer and consumer. We don't follow the standards. Our aflatoxin, you can see, ma'am, you are from which area?
Sir, I'm born and brought up in Tamil Nadu, but as of now, I'm in Andhra.
Andhra, that is really great. If you go to Telangana, away from Hyderabad to Warangal, Khammam, Yetur Nagaram, you must have heard these names, right?
Yes, yes.
Godavari belt, which is full up with the chilies. Have you seen the chilies, how it has been filled in the bags? Can you please tell me how the farmers are filling the chilies in the big bags?
So generally they are, they are differentiating the sizes and they are
I'm
packing.
just the procedure. I'm not asking about the size and shape. The filling method system, how they fill.
See, filling methods means how they are packaging.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's
They are
normal
filling by
method.
hand, right?
Yes, they are filling by hand, normal method.
Right. Then how they are being pressed? to have a maximum chilies in the bag. Have you seen that? Wonderful to see.
Yes, sir, yes.
They are pressing by leg, not
Right?
the bare leg with the chappal and shoes. Can you explain me? With the chappal, where you are using those chappals and shoes anywhere, everywhere, and you are pressing the chilies with that chappal. What must have been happened with the chilies?
So it's automatically contaminated.
Absolutely. So that is the biggest problem in our country. Our products are highly contaminated with aflatoxin, listeria, and many more. So that we have to address first. People like you and me should think over it, and we should start practicing. That is what I requested you. In our country, the fresh vegetables are being sold at a gutter side, drainage side, and the chappals are being sold in a AC showroom. This is a contradiction. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, absolutely,
So
sir.
this
Because
psychology, or this attitude need to be changed. Then only we can think about the international market. Otherwise, the rest of the world is started practicing way back.
yeah, correct.
So we have
Yes,
to do a lot of corrections at our end first.
correct, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. So
Hello. Hello.
yeah,
Yes, Manichandra, you can ask a question. Vinay, you can go ahead. It's fine.
Hello.
I have
Yes,
5 minutes more, please. You can go ahead.
Sir, Marathi language, yes?
No problem. विचारा ना.
हा सर इन म्हणजे फूड प्रोसेसिंग मध्ये पुणे आणि सोलापूर साईडला ट्रेसेबिलिटी ऑफ फूड प्रोसेसिंग नेटवर्क जे आहे ना म्हणजे कोल्ड स्टोरेज फूड प्रोसेसिंग हे शेतकऱ्यांसाठी खूप विकनेस आहे इथं पोटेन्शियल आहे प्रोडक्शन पण विकनेस खूप आहे तर त्याच्याबद्दल काय तुम्ही डायरेक्शन देऊ शकता प्लॅटफॉर्म काय
त्याच्याबद्दल मी काय देणार आहे तुमच्यासारख्या लोकांनी इन्व्हेस्ट करायला पाहिजे आणि यायला पाहिजे याच्यात किंवा
कारण
जे
की
काही कोल्ड स्टोरेजेस आहेत इन अँड अराउंड माझ्या माहितीप्रमाणे कोल्ड स्टोरेज भरपूर आहेत आज जर बोरी गाव जर बघितलं बारामतीच्या जवळचं तिथे तर 2000 एकर वरती ग्रेप्स प्री कुलिंग केले जातात आणि एक्सपोर्ट केले जातात एवढे मॉडर्न शेतकरी आहेत कारण आताच मी बारामतीला होतो विद्याप्रतिष्ठानला साहेबांच्या बरोबर तर तिथे बारामतीचे शिंदे नावाचे शेतकरी त्यांचे नवीन ग्रेप्स घेऊन आले होते त्यांची 140 एकर स्वतःची शेती आहे त्यांनी सांगितलं त्यांच्या आजूबाजूला 10-12 कोल्ड स्टोरेजेस आहेत सो ग्रेप्स सीझन सोडला ग्रेप सीझन मध्ये फक्त ग्रेप्स असतात मग ग्रेप सीझन सोडला तर इतर वेळेला ते कोल्ड स्टोरेज रिकामच असतं सो त्यावेळेला त्याचं युटिलायझेशन करण्याच्या दृष्टीने विचार करायला पाहिजे हरकत नाही ना जी इन्स्टॉल कॅपॅसिटी आहे ती युटिलायझेशनच्या दृष्टीने विचार करायला पाहिजे
म्हणजे सर ते नाशिक साईडला शेतकरी खूप म्हणजे त्याचा उपयोग घेतात युज करतात पण स्पेसिफिक सोलापूर जो साईड आहे सोलापूर पुणे या साईडला त्याचं म्हणजे नेटवर्क पण कमी आणि उपयोग पण करतात असा विषय पण प्रोडक्शन भरपूर आहे
त्याचा उपयोग करणं मी काय करू शकतो त्याच्यात
आणि दुसरा सर विषय होता फूड इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये काय नेटवर्क डायरेक्शन सांगू शकता फूड इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये स्पेसिफिकली व्हेजिटेबल मध्ये
मी आता सांगितलंच तुम्हाला या प्रॅक्टिसेस फॉलो केल्या तर मार्केट इज ह्यूज आपल्या इथे सुद्धा भारतात खूप मोठं मार्केट आहे परंतु आपल्याला हा प्रामाणिकपणा या बिझनेसमध्ये आणायला पाहिजे ट्रान्सपरन्सी आणायला पाहिजे जो प्रामाणिकपणा नाही आणला तर मग आपण काय जगात तरी एक्सपोर्ट करू शकणार नाही फ्युचरमध्ये आपण कारण आपल्याकडे आता सर्टिफिकेट सुद्धा विकत मिळतात त्याच्यामुळं जर प्रामाणिकपणा नसेल तर धंदा नाही करू शकत धंदा करायला भरपूर स्कोप आहे पण शेतकऱ्यांनी पण त्याच्यात चेंजेस घडून आणले पाहिजेत त्याच्या ज्या प्रॅक्टिसेस आहेत त्याच्यात
बरोबर तुम्ही जे चप्पलचं एक्झाम्पल दिलं ना ते खूप महत्वाचं आहे ते तुम्ही म्हणताय ते बरोबर आहे बरोबर आहे ते चालतंय थँक्यू सर ओके
Right, sir. So with that, we come to an end of the Q&A session. We have a lot many questions, but we are a bit short on time. So we'll be answering all these. Right, sir. So thank you, sir, again for this interactive and insightful session. And thanks for covering the topic on product processes and services in food technology. We thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Right. So I'll again remind all the participants about our today's session. Before that, our next session's topic would be innovative food products, technology, and government interventions. Talking about today's sessions, we just had Mr. Vikas Dangat sir, and moving ahead, we'll have Dr. Mahesh Kulkarni, and who's assistant professor, College of Horticulture, KKV Dapoli. And then we'll also have Mr. Samuel Praveen Kumar, who's joint secretary, Department of Agriculture. And then we have our two esteemed speakers who will be joining internationally. So first we have Mr. C.S. Liu, who's director at Pacific Agri Science Singapore. And then we'll also have Mr. Stephen Manalak, who's chairman at Genesis India, Australia, Horticulture Collaboration Project, who will be joining directly from Australia. So moving ahead, now it is my immense pleasure to welcome Dr. Mahesh Kulkarni, who is assistant professor at College of Horticulture, KKV Dapoli, and cluster head, Center of Excellence, MIDH. Sir has been teaching courses for horticulture for UG and guiding students of PG, doing research in mango and cashew extension. He's working as the co-principal investigator for the Center of Excellence for Alfonso Mango under the Indo-Israel Work Plan under the National Horticulture Mission. His main research is on rejuvenation, high density in Alfonso mango, irrigation and fertigation, use of root socks, and nursery management and training of farmers. Let us hear from Dr. Mahesh on processing technologies and future aspects.
Thank you. Shall I share or whether from your side?
Yeah,
you are
you
going
can
to
share.
Yes, sir, you can share.
Sir, can you start your camera?
Yeah, already started my camera. I don't know why you are not seeing it.
So maybe you can turn it off and switch on again if that's fine.
Yes, sir, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Can you see the presentation now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good morning, friends. And first of all, thank you, Agmatrix, for giving me this opportunity. This is a platform very good for student as well as a teacher like us, who will get acquainted about the new technologies. People, they are getting opportunity to work as, say, maybe in few industries, just to know about them. And then Agmatrix is also providing job opportunities to the students. So hats off to the all AgriCost team who is involved in this particular aspect. As you see, Dangat sir has already talked about the processing units and the whole scenario of processing. I belong to an area where we are cultivating mango on large scale. And also, as you know, in recent years, maybe in 2012-13, we have already surplus the agronomical crops and we have reached to the destination of number 1 or number 2 in case of fruits and vegetables next to China and Brazil. As you see, our basic aim is to give food for all, not only for India, but to supply food to other countries also. And as far as India is concerned, when we talk about our own consumption is very less. So the World Health Organization is saying that 200 gram per day, whereas we are consuming only 75 gram per day. And therefore, it is very much essential that we can increase our consumption. If you see the scenario from 1961 to 2013, research says that earlier the people, they were consuming only 40 kg of fruits per year. and now it has reached to more than 75 kgs, and therefore huge scope for us to develop the different fruit products. Already we might be knowing that we are consuming pickle, we are consuming ketchup, we are consuming chutneys in our daily food. But present new generation is very health conscious, and therefore you will find that the number of problems they were increasing. Now people they are going behind pizza and burgers and the other unhealthy food, and because of that you will find that the number of chronic problems were increasing. If you see this particular slide, you will understand that earlier only 108 million people they were having the problem of diabetes, and now it has reached to 422. Even a kid is also getting detected with the diabetes, and nearly 1.5 million deaths are reported because of this in 2012. Now all the companies you will see on the net also or on the TV also, people they are behind health insurance, and their cost is very high. Once you get admitted to an hospital, your bank will go down, your balance will go down, and therefore people they were changing their food habits from unhealthy food to healthy food, and these are the opportunities which are there for you to study in future. Now in 2000 AD, the Greek physician Hippocrates said that let food be your medicine and medicines be your food. And considering that the nutraceutical properties, and people they were started working on these nutraceutical properties. So what exactly means the nutraceutical? Is it same as pharmaceuticals which we are taking? So no, there is a difference. That pharmaceutical are consumed mainly after for treating the diseases, whereas nutraceuticals, these properties are present in the food and we are consuming them to prevent the diseases. So we have to consume this before causing any disease. And you will find that there are two basic differentiation in nutraceuticals also. There are few which are already established nutraceuticals in the field, and there are few which are having potential. When we talk about potential, there are so many minor fruit crops which are available in Maharashtra as well as in India, and their nutraceutical properties are still, people they are doing research on it, and there are few which are already existing and people they are doing marketing of it, and where they are used. So definitely they are used for curing lot many chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, obesity, and it is high time that we should think about such type of preparation of such type of food products or fruit products, and to bring them into the market by using the different government schemes which are available. So you will find that why fruit products. So you will find that our Maharashtra particularly is considered as fruit hub. You will find lot of fruit diversity in Maharashtra. We are having more than 400 processing units in our area, and we are closely related because as Mumbai is there, Pune is there, Nagpur is there, we can definitely use these terminals for sending our fruits outside. As we see in as far as Indian processing industry is concerned, only 2% of product they will get processed, or otherwise you will find that when I was in college, the fruit processing industry was considered as sunrise industry that is just opening, and till today we considered fruit processing industry as sunrise industry only. So it is very much essential that we should change our trend from fruits to fruits, and we can make aware people about the different nutraceutical properties of the fruits and sell these fruit products into the market. Now you will find that as far as mango is concerned, we never eat mango uh, considering that it is a having good many vitamins as well as minerals. But if you see uh, in this slide, if we are consuming mango, we are getting lot of benefits out of mango. People they have worked on the different nutraceutical properties of mango, and you will find that not only the mango, the beta carotene content in this particular fruit or this particular variety is nearly 10 times than the varieties which are present in India. This particular slide will show you that the Alfonso is having 1775 to 11,789 microgram per 100 gram beta carotene, whereas all other they are in between or lesser than 2000 microgram per 100 gram of
So we can't hear you. Can you please check your connection if possible?
sponge cakes, biscuit, lot of
Sir?
bakery products.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but I guess we can't hear you. There's a voice lag.
Now, are you getting my voice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So there are different type of peel flour or other than the mango product, they are utilized by the different processing industry. Even you can see the mango is used for making an health conscious board which are gaining popularity into the industry. When we talk about the cookies, you can see here the plain cookies which are prepared, they are having less antioxidant properties. Even after 28 days, the properties has reduced to half. Whereas in case of mango cookies, you will find the properties are very less. There is a very less reduction of 3.4% only. So this can be an opportunity to tie up with the processing industry to collect their peel as well as the kernel to make powder out of it and can start your own business. So there are different schemes of government which are allowing you to go for such type of businesses. Now you can even see that the number of people from outside of the India, they are behind different fruit products. Like you can see here, freeze-dried mango. It is costing nearly, as far as Indian currency is concerned, more than 400 rupees for 250 gram. And you will find that the whatever properties which are there in the mango pulp will remain as such when we are going for freeze-dried or when we are going for vacuum fried mango slices. And when we should go thinking for any business, we should think about these new generation products which are having an export potential in outside India as well as in our country. This is a good example. This is a research which I have conducted through my PG students. You will find that Alfonso pulp is available in the market. There are few varieties which our university has developed, like Ratna, to overcome the problem of spongy tissue as well as hide. Then Sindhu is another very good variety which has been developed by our university. But as far as the market is concerned, when Alfonso is getting 80 rupees rate, these particular two varieties, they are not getting more than 50 to 100, 50 to 20 rupees rate. And you will find that I have mixed these varieties along with the Alfonso mango pulp, and we have brought this into the market. This is the economics of Sindhu variety. You can see in front of you. When you are selling a 500 ml bottle of variety along with the 70 to 30, 70% of Sindhu and 30% of Alfonso, your cost is 51.20. Whereas when you are selling Alfonso only, it is 67.70. So can we go for on large scale? Because this is what we have done on laboratory scale. But when we go for large scale, you will find that there is a huge scope. And when we are making maybe an RTS out of it, then the profit will increase to a larger level. It is very much essential that we should think about such type of products where blending is possible. When we talk about banana, the same way, banana a day keeps a doctor away. Instead of eating a vada pav, if we can eat 3 bananas a day, it will give a lot of energy to us, but we are not thinking about it. See, there are a lot of products which are came into the market by doing research through banana. I have given you the how much kilocalorie per 100 gram you will get if you are consuming chips, if you are consuming the banana milkshake, if you are consume the banana pumice or peel based biscuit. So these are the new products which are coming into the market, and we should think about manufacturing of such products. Now, when we talk about the nutraceutical properties in banana, you will find that there is a serotonin which is present in banana, which keeps us our mind healthy. So many of the people now in India also, they are psychologically depressed, and we can make such type of products which can help to increase uh, their mindset, or should keep them mind healthy. Now, outside India, people, they were working for increasing the nutraceutical properties by biofortification. This is another opportunity with us, that we can increase the K content, that is potassium content in banana. And you will find that this Karat variety of Micronesia, which is having highest amount of your beta carotene, also along with that, it is also having calcium along with it. So the people or the student who are interested to work in such industry, they should think about taking such type of research in their future, so that they can start their own industry after doing that particular research. Now, banana can be used for making an health drink, as well as the dried banana bars can be available and can be given to the sports person to overcome their whatever, if they are becoming exerted. So this is what is required, that we should not only prepare the product, but we should also identify where our market is. If we focus our market, then and then only it will be possible for us to sell this product into the market. Now you will find that the banana flour there itself can be used in lot of food products which are available in the market. And it was found that because of this consumption of this particular product, I have already mentioned the reviews on right side of this presentation. You can see the people, they have done the research work, and they found that the lot of antioxidant activities are gained by the people, those who are consuming this. So sponge cake, banana muffins, banana cracker, these are the opportunities in future that we should think about, instead of just eating a banana or eating a banana pulp. Now you will find that banana pseudostem as well as banana rhizome can also be utilized for making the product, which is going west presently. So here, a product is prepared by using 25% of banana pseudostem juice as well as 20% of banana rhizome powder, with keeping that particular RTS to 15-degree Brix as well as 0.3% acidity, and which got the best sensory score by the judges. And you will find that here, that even whatever product they have prepared from rhizome, they are also having, as well as from the pseudostem, they are also having the total phenolic content, which shows you the antioxidant property. Even this banana flour, particularly flour, can be used for making a pickle. Presently, what we are doing, we are removing the banana inflorescence, which remains as such, and we called as that particular thing as denoveling, and then we are throwing that banana flour on large scale. So is it possible to make a tie-up with the banana farmer, and can we purchase that banana inflorescence, and can we go for making a pickle out of it? See, you have to think in a larger way, then and then only, or maybe if you can do a branding of it, then and then only you will survive in the market. Now, here, the next crop is papaya. Papaya is also rich, you can see, in vitamin C, vitamin A, as well as different type of minerals. And we are just consuming it as a fruit. We are not consuming it for getting such type of properties to us. When we talk about this banana, you might be heard about the dengue or breast cancer. The people, those who have given the banana leaf juice, now see, there is a huge difference between papaya juice and papaya leaf juice. So when papaya leaf juice is prepared and given to the people, it is found that their platelets has increased on large scale. Now, when a large population of papaya is cultivated in some area, after cultivation, the farmer, they are throwing their whatever trees there or The the papaya plant is there along with the leaves outside. Can we tie up with them? Can we take the leaves from them and can we make the juice out of it? So this is also an opportunity for upcoming generation. If you see another processed product, that aloe vera gel 30%, papaya pulp 15%, and some spice extract 5%, and they have prepared one blended RTS out of it, and that also that RTS also found to be having large amount of antioxidant properties, and even after 150 days of storage. So such type of products are required in the market. When we talk about the next crop, that is kokum, you will find that this kokum is considered as a monopoly of India. We have Garcinia indica on large scale, and which is grown basically in this kokum tract. Nobody is utilizing the strength or potential of this kokum, and we are running behind avocado. This kokum contains large amount of fat, and which can be utilized for making different type of products. See, when we talk about their nutraceutical properties or nutritional properties, you will find that all these species, particularly Garcinia indica, is considered to be rich in calcium as well as iron. Presently, what we are doing out of these species, we are just consuming their kokum sharbat, or we are utilizing in a culinary purpose, and we are throwing the seeds which are present inside this particular fruit away. But when we make some product out of it, it will definitely give us a large opportunity for developing our own business. Now you can see here, this kokum contained hydroxycitric acid, which is considered as anti-obesity, then which is also considered to cure your cancer, which is also considered having anti-oxidative properties, anti-ulcer properties, then anti-leukemia properties. When we talk about only kokum juice, we forgot to talk about the kokum butter, which is extracted from the seed. You can see here, this whole butter, all type of Garcinia species, it yields butter, and it contains lot of fatty acids, which can be considered as antioxidant and can be utilized for curing number of diseases. It also contains vitamin E. I will give you a short economics of this particular kokum product, which is thrown away. The seeds, they are available for 15 rupees a kg. If you take 750 gram of seed and you extract the oil out of it, you may get preparation charges up to 8 rupees, and the cost will come to 20 rupees. This is just a laboratory experiment which we have conducted. When we sold this kokum butter into the market, it is costing nearly 50 rupees for 150 gram. So you are getting 30 rupees profit out of it when you are doing this business. Now, when you are purchasing kokum, you can extract the seed and you can give this kokum rind to the processing industry, and you can utilize the seed for making different type of products. Now, what type of products they are available into the market? See, other than mango, other than papaya, other than banana, the other fruit crops which are there, we are cultivating them on small area, but we are not giving any manure or fertilizers to them, and they are considered as wild organic. So the kokum butter is also sold into the market with the label of wild organic. So you can see here the number of products which are available into the market and see their cost. This is not hypothetical. This is what I have took from the net there itself. When we talk about kokum butter, it is available for nearly $120 in the market. The kokum wine can be prepared, kokum lip gloss can be prepared, and this can be served into the market. The main important thing is we should think differently when we want to establish our own industry. If we compete with the other industry, then definitely our profit will be lesser. See, when we are talking about the innovative product, just see in front of you, I have given one most innovative product, which is ATAL sir has done the research out for it. We are making kurkure, right? And here we have added a kokum into it. And you can see the antioxidant property of that particular kurkure has increased to a large scale. And there is a use scope for addition of kokum juice into the kurkure. So can we make such type of products and can bring this type of products into the market? When we talk about The jackfruit is again considered as a complete food for rural India. It has all type of properties. When you talk about, it also has anti-cancer, anti-aging, anti your cardiovascular properties. It improves digestion. When we talk about its antioxidant property, do you know the only 10 to 12% of jackfruit is presently brought into the market. Again, 30 to 40% goes wastage. So there is a huge scope where if we utilize even the 50% of jackfruit into the business. And it also contains large amount of antioxidant property. When we talk about only jackfruit bulbs, we are throwing the seed as such as a waste into the outside. There is one industry in Sindhudurg district, that Ogle, and Ogles, they have developed a small chips out of this biscuit or out of this seed, and they are gaining a lot of popularity. Now, can we think about making such type of products from jackfruit, which may gain popularity in recent years? When we talk about jackfruit, we talk about consumption only, and we talk about table purpose only. But there is a huge scope for processing of jackfruit. You can make a jackfruit bar. You can make jackfruit flour, which can be added while making our regular food items. See, this jackfruit flour was added. This is another research which has been conducted by a number of researchers. You will find that the jackfruit is added in bread or biscuit or cake, and which was given to the people for consumption. And it was observed that a lot of properties has been transferred through this jackfruit into their food. Can we do this at small scale where we are staying? And can we gain the popularity for this particular product considering the local market? Yes, there is a huge scope for it. When we talk about jackfruit, it was found that jackfruit contained, I already told you, vitamin A, beta carotene, selenium. So nearly 10 type of cancer can be healed through utilization of jackfruit product into the food. The next is jamun. People, they are running behind this. They are consuming the pulp of jamun. But if you can see here, whatever properties are there, they are found in seed, and seeds are thrown away. Generally, whatever varieties are available in India, you will find that we have one variety called Kokan Bahadoli, which is having more amount of pulp and less amount of seed. But all other varieties which are available in India, they are having less amount of pulp and higher amount of seed. And this jamun goes west. So is it possible? Can we collect those? Can we clean the pulp? We can make a chocolate out of it. But can we use the seed powder for making any product? And can be made available to the people as a nutraceutically rich product? We have to think about it. There is one product which has been developed by our university, that is wine. And it has also gaining good popularity among the people. Now, when we talk about seed flour, it is considered to be a good source of polyphenol along with sodium and potassium, and can be used as supplement in baby food. So those who are interested to go for such type of market, they can think about collection of jamun on large scale and making baby food out of it. When we talk about any product, it is very much essential that we should think about the processing. The different type of processing is available. Presently, what we are doing, we are using sugar for processing. When we are making any sharbat, we are using nearly 50% of sugar, and which is reducing the property of that particular product. But when we want to store the nutraceutical property of a particular product, we should go for advanced technologies like freeze drying. So when we talk about freeze drying, you can see here this general, the antioxidant properties, those have increased when we talk about freeze drying. See, the T8, T9, and T10, that is minus 20, minus 30, and minus 40 degree, when we are storing it through freeze drying, there is a huge change in the antioxidant properties of fruits. So this is not only the collection, not only the preparation, but which particular method which we are using for storing the product, that is also important. When we talk about the different products which are available into the market, you can see they also contain, when pulp is containing 415 milligram per 100 gram antioxidant properties, or say you can say total phenolic content, the same content you will get in jam, the same content you will get in squash, and the same content you are getting in the nectar. So when we talk about marketing of our product, we are never saying that our product is having these type of properties. We are just focusing on the regular market, and that is the reason people, they were not purchasing it. Is it possible, can we make such type of products and we go to the market with their nutraceutical properties? Definitely the IT people, definitely the doctors, definitely the people, those who are having good purchasing capacity, they will purchase this product from you because they are now health conscious. This is another fruit which is available in India, which was considered as neglected fruit. I don't know how many of you have seen this particular fruit or know the name of this particular fruit. In Konkan region, this is grown wild in jungle. This is called as bamphar, that is Onona moricata, and it has lot of properties. Not only in the fruit pulp, but lot of properties are present in the leaves. There is a huge demand for leaves of this particular product because it contains anti-cancer properties. So can we grow such type of plants on large scale? Can we collect their leaves? Can we extract the content and can we send it to the company, those who are making antioxidant food products out of it, or the medicines for cancer out of it? So definitely it is important to think about such type of innovative products in future. So this is a content which I gave for the whole Annona moricata. When we talk about Annona reticulata, when we talk about Annona squamosa, the content is very less as compared to the moricata. This is a neglected fruit. Nobody is planting it. But when we focused about a particular fruit and when we go for an industry out of it, we'll find that definitely there is a huge demand for such type of products in the market. See, when we talk about pizza and burger, we generally search on net or we are having app of different companies and we instant order them. But for our product, when we are making such type of product from our food, we are not unreachable to the people. So two things are required. One, that is a technology related to this product need to be understood, and second, marketing. So presently online marketing, there are a lot many classes so that you can reach to the mass publicity, to the mass people. Even agmatrix, if you will tell these people, they can keep a separate session for marketing, how to develop your own markets in the field, and we can utilize such opportunities for branding our own products. See, this new generation or the new area is of branding of products. A lot of people, they are doing research, and this research is kept in books or maybe in thesis. Is it possible to convert this technology into the industry? Yes, definitely. We should go for, or we can do the whatever research has been conducted, we can polish it and we can bring it into the industry. There is a huge scope for doing such type of thing. When we talk about the other species which are available, because I'm not going in detail of all the species, because all these species like citrus species are there, then you can see grapefruit is there, then when we talk about Karonda is there, when we talk about Aula is there, they contain a lot of nutraceutical properties, but we are not consuming them for considering their properties or considering their nutraceutical properties. Even I don't know how many of you, those who are attending seminar, if you, when we talk about the candy, or when we talk about the cherry which we get with the pan, when we are consuming sweet pan, that cherry is nothing but the Karonda candy. So we were not knowing about the things, but we are consuming it. Karonda itself is a rich source of iron. And can we make, when we making a candy, we are using sugar for making the candy. Can we make honey? Can we use honey? Honey is a totally organic product. Can we dip the Karonda fruits in honey and can we bring it into the market? Definitely there is a scope for doing such type of activities. One of my students presently is working on carambola. Have you heard about star fruit? So star fruit is also contain large amount of oxalic acid and antioxidant properties. So what we have done, we have made slices of carambola, we have dipped it in honey, and we have dried it through sun drying method. And very nutritious and delicious candy has been prepared by using carambola slices and honey. And people, they are giving good score for such type of products and having a demand into the market. Now, when we talk about the demand into the market, there is a scope through different government agencies for making our own industry. Now, you might be knowing about Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sampada Yojana. If you go to this particular website, you will get the detail about it. This particular industry is giving subsidy for development of food parks, then integrated cold chain and value addition infrastructures. They are giving subsidy for infrastructure of agro processing clusters. They are giving even the subsidy for creation of backward and forward linkages. Now, can we utilize one source out of it, and can we start our own industry? Think about it. Then the second, those who are funding for food processing industry is NABARD. So NABARD is also giving loan for food parks as well as food processing industry. They are also giving loans for development of warehouses as well as cold storages. Now, through which we can develop our own infrastructure and can develop our own industry. The third government agency which is giving funding for development of processing is MIDH, Mission for Integrated Development for Horticulture. They are also giving subsidy for either primary processing unit, mobile processing unit, and minimal processing unit. Now, if you are in an area where lot amount of jamun is there, you can reach to the people through a mobile processing unit. You can purchase their jamun there itself. You can put that jamun into your processing unit. You can extract the juice. You can separate out the seed. You can store the seed separately. You can store the juice separately. Put the preservative into it so that it can be stored for larger scale, and then bring it to the processing unit or preservation unit separately and make product out of it. There is a huge scope for such type of businesses in future. There is a requirement of training in it. So you will find that there are few agencies like us. We are also giving 2 days training for development of different products from different type of fruits which are available in Konkan region. Then there are few institutes which are having their own MSc and PhD courses, like CFTRI is there. They are also running short-term training programs. If you go to their website, you will get the detail out of it. Then there is a huge scope for when we are talking about any product, there is a demand in the market for its packaging. See, when we are selling our product, particularly when we are selling the Alfonso mango and we are using 25 rupee box, then it is of no use. When we are selling a product by using a good quality box for mango, definitely the people will purchase it, because people, they know the quality of fruit. So when we are using a cheaper quality packaging material, we are not going to get good value for it. So think about making a product which should be having a good packaging also. And these people who are sitting in Mumbai, the Indian Institute of Packaging, they are also running few training programs. They are also running courses which will give ample of opportunity to you to develop your own products. So in a nutshell, when we talk about opportunities and challenges regarding this topic, we'll find that there is a need to identify the true site of action, right? Which particular product has what type of quality. So those who are interested to go in biotechnology, definitely they can go with the biomarkers. Then can we cross the varieties and can we develop the new generation which is having more amount of nutraceutical properties, a variety which is high yielding but having less amount of nutraceutical properties? Can we cross a wild variety along with it, and can we go for increasing the nutraceutical properties in that particular variety? Yes, there is a scope for it. And definitely when we are consuming something, if it is consumed on large scale, then there is a health issue also. So can we develop the optimal dose of the product which we can prepare and good for our health. So this is also an opportunity for us when we are thinking about research. So first I talked about whatever product we can prepare. Second, I talked about how the different agency are going to help us. And the third, those who are interested to go for their masters or maybe further education, what scope they are having in their research career. So as all of us, we know that the fruits are nutritionally rich, okay, but basically they are perishable. So instead of going west, can we utilize this opportunity to make it zero wastage? Can we have a tie-up with the processing unit which are already exist? And can we take their byproduct and can we make another value-added product out of it? Think about it. Because already, see, when I'm interested to go for mango processing, there is a huge competition in the market. There are a number of people who are doing mango processing, but there is no scope for peel powder. There is no competition for peel powder. There is no competition for kernel powder. There is no competition for kernel oil. So can I purchase their waste material? Can I process it? And can I make the different new product out of it? And can I sell it into the market, maybe through Amazon or maybe Flipkart? There are huge opportunities. So considering these opportunities, I hope all of you will think in this particular aspect and develop your own industry. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this informative and actually indeed session with all that information for our participants. And I really hope this helped the participants broaden their horizons in the food processing business. So we have a few questions if you can help us out.
Sure.
Yes, sir. So the first question is from Shagun. He's asking, how much time does it take to make carambola slices into the final product?
See, when carambola is considered as non-climatic fruit, so it is to be harvested there itself on the tree when it is ripe. Once you bring it to your processing unit, it has a shelf life of 4 to 6 days. So in between, you can make the slices and you can dip it into the honey. Then maybe 24 hours are required for addition of honey into the carambola slices, that is absorption. And then you can dry it. So it may not require more than 2 to 3 days for making the carambola slices coated with honey.
Right, sir. So the next question is again from Shagun. He's asking, and how can we market these products?
Yeah, that is a big issue because everybody in new generation want instant result. Nobody is ready to stop for certain period into the market. I have seen that whatever my experience, it says me that if you are there in the market for 3 years, you will get a brand name and you will get opportunity to sell your product on large scale. I will give you an example of it. One of my student, Mayuresh Purohit, he has completed his master's from Postgraduate Institute for Post-Harvest Management, which is located in Roha, which is under our university. There is a separate course for post-harvest management. He learned lot many products through his MSc research, and then he has started his own industry at MIDC Kudal, which is in Sindhurga district. There he has collected jamun from the local area, and he has started preparation of jamun Cadbury. Cadbury in the sense not adding chocolate, but just making a juice dry and giving it shape and also the emblem at the center that it has an anti-diabetic property. So, and he has make it same like Cadbury. You will get it coated with that gelatin sheet, and then it has again an attractive cover to it. And when I ask him now, so he has started nearly 6 to 7 years back. Today, whenever he is doing his product out of it, in the evening he is already having orders, and he's selling his product on large scale. He's focused on single product, right? And now he's gaining popularity. Yojak, if you have heard about the brand Yojak, they are doing marketing of this particular product, not only in India, but also in abroad. So there is a huge scope for development of such type of products.
Right, sir. So the next question is from Samiksha. The question is there any training facility available at your university?
Yeah, definitely. I have already told that we are giving 2 days training program to the people in, particularly in month of May. Those who are interested to make different local fruit products. When we talk about the innovative fruit products, I have already given you the website of CFTRI. They are having a lot of courses, and they are having 7 days to 15 days training program focused on a particular product. So if you are interested to start your own industry, you can join their courses also. And if you are interested to learn lot many food products together, then you can join our courses also.
Right, sir. I think that would answer Samiksha's question. With that, we end the Q&A session, and we at Ag Matrix really thank you